Hey guys and girls, it's Ken here from OKportugal. Welcome to another episode of Portugal Farm Life. Now we are on our farm here in Central Portugal in the Castelo Branco district. It's 27 degrees today. It's the end of summer. It's an absolutely beautiful day, as you can probably see around me. And I just wanted to take you for a little walk down into our bottom field. Now, we've had a lot of rain over the last couple of days. I think we had 3 days of rain, thunderstorms, and that was actually the second lot of rain that we've had all summer. So the farm was incredibly dry, but now there's a lot of greenery starting to pop up. And yeah, it's really beautiful. Let me show you some of it. So over here you can see there's a bunch of grasses and all sorts of things popping up. It's like little flowers. So things are starting to come back to life from that long, dry, hot summer. It's really great to see all of this. Now, in our bottom field we have a whole bunch of corn that was planted a couple of months ago. And Joaquin came with his tractor and basically ploughed everything. It was all just dry and dusty and boiling hot. And then he planted these corn seeds. And there was no watering, no nothing like that. And they've all just grown. It looks absolutely amazing. Now with the rain that we've recently had, there's even corn cobs growing. Generally speaking, when you plant corn, unless you irrigate it, it won't actually grow the cobs. But this is growing cobs now because the ground is nice and wet. So look at that. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason why we're growing this corn is to feed Joaquin's sheep. So we aren't growing this in order to make corn cobs or anything like that. But it is quite cool to see, because last year we didn't have any corn cobs growing. It's really amazing to see all of this new life coming up when everything was so dry and so arid. Look, there's a little bit of new life popping up there. That's called a Mimo. Hello, Mimo. You good girl. So DogDog is never very far away from his master, but he always finds himself a nice little shady spot. Over here he's dug into the earth there and given himself a little bit of cool soil to lie in. And he's having a good time. And Gina is whittling away.
So I cut all the branches off the bottom of the tree this morning, and I thought it was a waste. So I thought I'd give basket weaving a go with olive twigs. I don't think that's bad for my first attempt.
I see here that we've missed a couple of our grapes when we were doing our harvest. Look at these. Wow. Let's try one of those. That's a good eating grape. So I'm going to go for a little stroll through the cornfields. One of the cool things about this corn is over here we've got watermelons growing with them. So that's quite cool. It's like companion planting. I'm not sure if that was done on purpose or if it happened by accident. But it's pretty cool. You can kind of tell where the wet parts of the field are. All of the really tall bits of corn are where there's the most water. We do have a well just back there, and so I think the lower that we go here, the more water gets drawn in from the well and kind of waters these plants in a way. I enjoy walking through this stuff, and so do the dogs. In a hot summer, it's amazing to have like a big green field like this with no irrigation. And here's another perspective on this big field. How cool is that? So in a couple of days, the sheep will be on here and munching away, and it won't take them long. And this must be the driest part of the field. You can see it's very low here, only about 1 to 2 foot high. And then towards the end there, it starts to get really tall again. So it's pretty cool. You can actually see where all the water sort of flows through the field, just by watching how the plants grow. Now here you can start to see they're almost getting as tall as me. In fact, as I walk forward now, there are a couple that are almost the same height as me. How cool is this? I love it. The dogs love it in here. It's like little tunnels for them to run through. They get all the scent trails of all the little animals and things. the other animals that enjoy corn are wild pigs. You can see here some hoof prints of wild pigs that come marching up the sides here along the fence lines. And they love the corn. So they're going to be very well fed. I don't actually see any damage. So there aren't any, usually you see big flattened areas. So the wild pigs are coming here, but I don't see them munching away. So they're not causing us a problem. But here you can see all the little tracks of the wild piggies as they come running up, mixed in with some of our dogs' prints. And every time you walk here with the dogs are very interested in sniffing these. So Gina's been quite busy. She's cut all of these little branches off. And yeah, the reasoning for that is you don't really want the tree putting energy into growing shoots out here. You want it to put its energy into making olives. But also, with all the branches sticking out, when you actually do come to pick the olives, the nets are going to get stuck and ripped and torn in them. So she's just cutting these all back. And yeah, she's all the way in the back there. She's trying to figure out how to sew baskets. Sorry, not sew baskets, weave baskets. So what was once dry soil is now all wet from those rains. And look at all these grasses popping up. Soon we're going to have a whole bunch of green fields. I cannot wait. It's been a really long, dry, hot summer. I've had a few comments of people saying like, oh, you've destroyed your fields, you've killed them, you know, because they've seen what a field looks like when you plough it. And they just take that as, you know, the field's dead. But I don't think they realize that there's so many seeds and there's so much life in this ground that a little bit of water, a little bit of sun, and everything sort of springs back again. So it won't be long. And I do hope that the people that said that this field behind me here was dead are looking at it now. We've got a whole bunch of these here, which last year I found out are called datura, moonflower or devil's trumpet. They're highly poisonous. We've got tons of them, look at that. Just growing all the way along here. They've got these weird spiky seed pods, and every part of it I believe is very, very toxic. You do not want to eat this stuff, it will put you in hospital. It also has some kind of hallucinogenic effect as well. It contains something called DMT. But I think people have hurt themselves trying to get DMT out of it, and actually some people have killed themselves. So it's not a good idea. But I think the sheep are going to eat it. So maybe I should see if any of the sheep are acting a bit odd. Maybe someone can tell me what these are. Are these physalis or gooseberry? I'm not sure. These just are popping up all over the farm. I think it's some kind of edible berry inside there. But I'm not sure, you know, some things look similar. Obviously I'm not going to eat it without knowing what it is. But maybe someone can tell us in the comments. So Gina has made a basket, a little basket of leaves.
Well, apparently olive leaf tea is supposed to be very medicinal, so I'm going to give it a go. I think it's going to be very bitter, so I might have to look up a recipe to make it less bitter.
Cool.
So from the twigs and the leaves. Oh, I didn't quite know how to make a handle though.
Sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, it's tea time.
Tea time.
Real tea.
Yeah.
Not olive leaf tea. So it's only 34.4 degrees in Bob, so it's just warm enough to have a cup of tea. It's never too warm to have tea.
Yeah, Gina's got this little thermometer on the side there. 34.4, wow.
Oh, it's warm in here. But what I'm really doing is I'm in here having a look at our Patreon site. And if you don't know, Patreon is a site where our fans can support us of things going on in the farm. If you want to have a look at our page, you can have a look at it by going to patreon.com/OKportugal. And then we have lots of posts. You can select different levels of membership if you want to support us, and that helps us just do little things around the farm, extra treats for the animals.
And big things around the farm.
And big things around the farm.
And things like camera gear and memory cards.
Yeah. And it's just a way of people supporting us for the videos, because obviously the videos are free and we put them online for free, but they actually take a lot of work to go up. So this is a really nice way of people showing.
But we also give stuff back. So, for instance, on these different levels, we do things like you've got early access to videos where you don't have to watch adverts on the videos. You get to watch them before everyone else. You get discounts on our merchandise. You get stickers sent to you after you've been a member for a certain amount of time. But what we've decided to do is, well, what Gina's decided to do is give out a whole bunch of stickers.
Yep, for a limited time only, for the first, I don't know, maybe 30.
Let's do 30, yeah.
30 fans. Then what we're going to do is we're going to send you out a sticker pack no matter what level you join at. So we're going to, one of these stickers, which is, it's a really nice normal sticker, but it's an easy peel. So if you stick it in the wrong place, you can change it.
Yeah, don't stick it in the wrong place.
Don't stick it in the wrong place. No. And then this, which is my favourite, this is a fridge magnet. And so it sticks onto anything metal.
Yeah, we've got one on the back of our car.
And on the fridge. Yeah. And on a metal door.
Yeah.
We haven't got rid of yet. So they're all over the place. These are handy. And then these ones, which are lovely little ones, which have got all the animals on. So you've got Mecho, DogDog, Mimosa and Nanook on there. And that's a little die cut. The original one was slightly bigger, but we took Nando's off because Nando's no longer with us.
And we changed a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, and then this is on my phone case. So it makes it easier, but I like this one. And they come in little envelopes. So if you do decide to join us on Patreon, then you can expect one of these to come dropping on your doormat.
As of now, there's only 14 places left to get the free sticker pack.
Yes.
But on, I can't remember which tier level it is. After being for a month, is it, or 3 months? I think you get sent a free sticker, but you won't get the whole pack. So, you know, even if you join after all 14, you know, after all 30 slots are taken, you will still get a sticker.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, you'll still get what's said on there. It's just like a limited time only, that it's the full sticker pack. So
you'll be getting the OKportugal sticker, which can go anywhere, like on your camper van or wherever you want to put it. But for now, we're going to give like the extra pieces. And we also just have to figure out how to sell these in our Etsy store. But
yeah, well, we're going to...
it's going to take us a couple of weeks to sort that out.
Yeah, or we might do like a pre-order, maybe.
Good
I don't
point,
know.
yeah.
We haven't. Maybe you can give us some ideas in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know who wants fridge magnets, stickers, etc. And we'll sort something out.
Or you can just join Patreon and then you'll get them anyway.
Exactly, yeah. Or you could join Patreon, make us super happy and get the stickers. We've just had lunch and now we're on our way to our neighbour's farm. The last video that we put up, so if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, was to do with our wine harvest, or our grape harvest. And so we were making some wine with our neighbours, or at least we were starting the process. Now I believe they're doing a little bit more of that process now, and I think they're going to be making something today called Aguardente, which is distilling some of it into a pure spirit. So come along with us and check it out. So I'm just at our neighbour's house, and I'm with Costa. Say hello to YouTube. And we are, well, Costa is in the process of distilling some wine into something called Aguardente. Aguardente is like a pure spirit. So
¿Quieres probar?
Yes, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
Okay, so this over here, this is Aguardente. So you can see that this is like a pure sort of spirit. And it's like my spirit. I've got a pure spirit as well.
Bottoms up.
Oh. Bon. It's got like almost like a raisin type taste. So it's like raisins and vodka almost. Wow. Ooh, it's like fire. It's strong. It's some good stuff. So I need to find out now exactly how it's exactly how it's made. So I think, Gina, if you just show out here quickly. I think this is where it comes from. See him, yeah? Whoa! Wow! Look, it's still burning. Hey, amazing. This is incredible. So if you watched last week's video, you'll remember that this is the part where we macerated all of the grapes, we put them inside here, and they've sat for about 2 weeks, and they've basically been sitting, they've been fermenting. And so what they're doing is they're draining out all of the wine, or pretty much, and as you can see, that's all coming out here. landing inside the bucket. And then after that, they strain it and they pour it into these 50-litre tubs. So we've got a whole bunch of them. I think there's 7 of them. 5, 6, 7, and this will be the 8th. So it's quite a few of them. And yeah, and then basically this stuff, all of this wet pulp, this is what goes inside the alembic, and that's what they turn into aguardiente. So I think I know what's going on now. They're basically taking this, which is all of the grapes. Now these are the grapes that were last week. You saw they got macerated and they were sitting inside a big tub. And they were left for about 2 weeks inside that tub. And thank you, Rooster. And they start to ferment, and they've obviously drained off all of the alcohol, or sorry, they've drained off all of the wine. Now that's gone into barrels, and then we're left with this stuff here, which is kind of like the pulp, like the grapes. And then that gets taken and put inside the alembic on this side. It's going to go through. So this alembic, which is this big pot, I think they probably lift off the top here, put all of the grapes inside. And you can see the bottom of this pot here is just above the fire. And that heats everything up. So as it heats it up, it creates like vapor, like water vapor of the alcohol. And that water vapor goes up through this tube, through cold water, and then it comes out the bottom here. And you can see there's a whole bunch of it just dripping in here, and that is aguardiente. So it's got a flavor of like raisin and a very strong percentage of alcohol. And you can see here, it's filling this all up quite quickly. And this over here is already 5.4 liters. Incredible. So this is really fascinating me. Look how that's dripping. Now he's had it running for the last 4 hours, he said, and he's got 10 liters. So there's 5 liters in this one, and they've got another tub somewhere. 10 liters in 4 hours. I mean, that is pretty amazing. And they've got a lot more of, of these grapes and everything that are fermented. So I'm not sure how much they're going to get, but I think they're going to get quite a lot of this stuff. So Costa was just telling me now that if you make the fire too strong, then basically what happens is you get too much water vapor coming through, and you get too much flow. And if the flow is too strong, then the quality isn't quite there. It hasn't distilled properly. And so you need to balance the fire. The fire needs to be, calm and not too strong. Muito obrigado, Costa. Thank you for showing us how you distill. That was really interesting. Ciao. That was really awesome of Costa to show us exactly how they distill all of that aguardiente stuff. Last year we missed out on watching all of that because, we had our lockdowns and everything happening. So it's been really cool to see it for the first time. But this is where we're going to have to love you and leave you. We've had a lot of stuff going on this week. My mom's arrived from South Africa, and she's at the moment quarantining on our farm, in our spare accommodation on the farm. So we've had a whole bunch of property videos on the go. And thanks to John and Deb for hiring us to make that video for them yesterday. But yeah, we're going to keep this one short and sweet. Tune in next week, same time, for another episode of Portugal Farm Life. And Gina was just saying rather short and sweet than long and boring. So anyway, ciao everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao for now.